Have you ever felt like the modern dating scene's got more games than a Vegas casino? Have you ever wondered if there's maybe a corner of the world where values aren't considered vintage? Have you almost given up on ever finding someone who values the good old-fashioned things in life? Today's big takeaway, it's about opening a door for you. You see, I'll guide you to explore greener pastures that, if you're like most guys, you didn't even know existed till today. I'll spill the beans on my most savvy tips, my tried and true strategies, and even give you my ironclad blueprint to help you crack the code on finding that dream partner, someone with deep-rooted family values that you likely never in your wildest dreams imagined still existed somewhere out there today. And hey, I'll make things fun. I've used my engineering prowess to build you some nifty calculators that are a real wake-up call for most American men. You see, today, you'll be able to calculate how women rate you, how they value you on a score from 1 to 10, both American women and women from what I call the land of milk and honey. And you'll find out where that is soon enough today. And trust me, when you see how much higher these foreign women value you, your eyes will be wide open to a totally new world of possibilities for you. But wait, the best part is, for sticking with me to the end today, I've got some gifts for you.
Collectively worth over $3,000.
Now, I'm going to queue up and play a short 2-minute bio video so you know a little bit more about your presenter here today, and then we'll just get the road on the show. Do you regret chasing material wealth at the expense of building your family? Do you believe it's never too late to start your family? Or have you given up? Well, I promise you, my story will inspire you and give you renewed hope. You see, after having it all, millionaire lifestyle, and all the toys us guys dream of, I can tell you for a fact, the satisfaction of material wealth, well, it's fleeting at best. And it left me feeling unfulfilled and empty inside. One snowy night driving home, I prayed to God for a life shakeup, for Him to light the path for my true life's purpose. Well, be careful what you pray for, right? Because bankruptcy and divorce certainly wasn't what I had in mind. But with the wisdom of hindsight, I understood it was God's plan for me. So there I found myself, 50, bankrupt, and homeless. Yet little did I know my best years laid ahead. Fast forward 5 years and I'm married to my beautiful soulmate, Anna, and my lifelong dream of being a dad has alas come true. Twice with 2 darling daughters. Did you know exhaustive research has proven the number one regret we feel on our deathbed is that we didn't fully pursue our dreams? And here's a sobering fact. Dying people on their deathbed never ever wish they had made more money. Well, if my story hits a nerve for you now, I ask you to trust me just enough to share my inspiring story with you right now. My promise to you is that if traditional marriage and family is your dream that's eluded you far too long, today you'll have an epiphany you'll not soon forget that will light the path for you to find your soulmate and start your family, even if you're over 50 like I was. So there you go, guys. That's the Reader's Digest version of my life story. So you know a bit about me before we get the road on the show here. Let me share something special with you as I cue up my presentation here. Let me share with you my wife's hit song. May it also be an inspiration for you to chase your dreams.
Light your star from inside. Let it shine outside.
This presentation is highly controversial, and if the IRS discovers it online, it might be pulled down without notice. Yet it reveals the appalling, untold truth, covered up by the horrid lies hidden from us. So watch it now while you still can. Hi, I'm Joe, and this is the notice I received in the mail from the IRS. And this IRS notice is highly unique. And in today's presentation, you will discover how this piece of paper holds the secret to you finding a little-known lost world of beautiful traditional values women that you've been led to believe are all but extinct. Yet, It's simply not true. And you'll discover how this lost haven of timeless beauties, seemingly kept under wraps for ages, holds the key to unlocking your search for a traditional woman that embodies the high values that you haven't been able to find in your better half until now. Now, when you combine this IRS notice and this dusty, tattered old couch inside a cabin nestled in the woods on the edge of the Rocky Mountains, and you mix it with these adorable little feet, you will find your wildest dreams of finding your soulmate can come true. Finally living the life you rightfully deserve, relishing every moment of it. Yet, that's if you do it right, of course. Watch this presentation to the very end, and you will discover a backdoor secret previously known only by elite insiders that makes finding your beautiful traditional values life partner practically a sure thing, while avoiding the 3 nasty pitfalls that cause most men to fall flat on their face right out of the gate, and at the same time lose thousands of dollars to unscrupulous dating sites and apps only to end up empty-handed at the end of the day. Why any man searching abroad for his other half absolutely must avoid this number 1 kiss of death if he wants to put a ring on the finger of a beautiful traditional woman of marriage material. While most men think this tried and true path is the best way to find a traditional life partner, they sadly discover why everyone should avoid it like the bubonic plague. But sadly, they only discover this after it's too late. And for my grand finale, I'll share my biggest stealth secret, how the IRS notice these adorable little feet and this dusty, tattered old couch inside a cabin nestled in the woods led me to stumbling on a savvy blueprint that allowed me to fulfill my biggest lifelong dream, marrying my soulmate and starting my family with our 2 daughters at the age of 55. Warning: when the IRS gets wind of my presentation, it may get banned by the powers that be, so watch it now while you still can. Also, I'm getting so much flack from the multi-billion-dollar mail-order bride scam sites, run by the mob, of course. I might have no choice but to pull this presentation down to protect my family. So if you come back tomorrow and find this presentation has been pulled down, don't say I didn't warn you. You may think you've tried it all and seen it all, but you have never seen anything like this before. And I promise you, the blueprint I'm handing you on a silver platter today, completely free, will give you the ultimate key to finding more traditional marriage-minded women than you ever thought possible in today's feminism-dominated age. And one tip in particular is a real eye-opener. It's my absolute favorite. It's near the end, so keep watching. However, in the spirit of complete transparency, I feel I need to share my rather humiliating personal story with you first. So you'll see how I just stumbled upon this powerful blueprint that's surprisingly simple. And it works for anyone at any age to help you to find a beautiful traditional wife faster than you can imagine. Picture how awesome you'll feel once you have the traditional wife you desire and deserve. That's what's possible for you with my proven blueprint that I'll be sharing with you today. It will be glaringly obvious why I was reluctant to include my personal nightmare story in a minute, so stay with me. I'm going to swallow my pride and ego to share my spine-tingling story because I absolutely know you'll be inspired to make your dreams come true just as I have. Deal? Rest assured, I wasn't always the guy that got the girls. In fact, I was so shy, I could barely even bring myself to ask a girl out. And when I managed to muster up the courage, I usually got turned down flat. Maybe you can relate. That at age 50, that all changed for me in an instant. And if you follow my proven blueprint, I'm sure it will for you too. I remember this as if it were yesterday. It was August 13th. 2 days before my birthday. It was blistering hot that summer, and I remember the mercury broke 110 that day. I was in shorts, a t-shirt, and a straw cowboy hat, trying desperately to stay cool. There was no escaping the merciless heat, just as there was no escaping my fate that loomed ahead. Little did I know, my luxurious life of Riley lifestyle was on the verge of being brutally shattered. Much like a tornado's sudden and devastating wrath that leaves a trail of devastation in its wake. And worse, on my way to hitting rock bottom, I was about to lose everything that was near and dear to my heart. You see, it took this one event, something so devastating, yet profoundly cathartic, to set me on the path towards my true happiness, living the dream. As we returned home, driving through the front gate of our golf course community, my wife said, "Honey, let's stop by and pick up the mail." So I pulled up to the mail house. My wife jumped out of the car and grabbed the mail. In that fateful moment, it happened. After picking up the mail, my wife nearly lost her balance as she approached the car again, with her eyes fixated on one single envelope, with a real eerie, deer-in-the-headlights stare, as she opened the door and sat back down in the convertible and handed me the envelope. I'll never forget. It was marked in black bold letters, IRS. I looked at my wife nonchalantly saying, "No worries, honey. I have the best accountant in town, remember?" However, with a rather intense grip, I ripped open the envelope, mustering up the inner strength to quell the panic bubbling up inside, calming myself with soothing affirmations. "Joe, you have nothing to fear. Your books are squeaky clean. Everything's in order. All is good." Yet my eyes could only fixate on the ginormous number overwhelming my senses. $1,007,507. In the blink of an eye, in one paradoxical twist of fate, everything changed forever. And before I knew it, poof, it was all gone, up in smoke. Dozens of my real estate investment properties gone, seized. Our home on the golf course, Gallagher's, gone. My convertible Mercedes 550 SL, which I had just bought brand new, gone. The Harley, the boats, you name it, all poof. In the ensuing months and years, after paying tens of thousands to the top tax law firms for their legal opinions, their conclusion was that I was simply a target, a victim of what they called Uncle Sam's low-hanging fruit tax grab. Now, let me come clean here. I've been referring to the IRS on my story, but in fact, I'm really talking about the Canadian equivalent, Canada Revenue Agency, or CRA. Now, I did that for your ease of understanding, because I know you're likely an American. Suffice it to say, it's the same shit, different pile. Check this out. I managed to dig up an old podcast I did back in the day with former Canada Revenue Agency auditor Surinder Makar.
Can you describe for us in layman's terms, I mentioned ant in the introduction, what exactly is CRA's ant argument that in many cases financially is ruining Canadians across this country?
And so this is Revenue Canada's way of reclassifying your capital gain into business income, so you have to pay tax on the whole gain rather than on half of the gain.
Which effectively doubles your tax bill, is that right?
Exactly, absolutely, and on top of that it adds interest.
I can imagine, Surinder, you must get clients that this has devastated their life.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Joe. And when you've got an auditor who's looking at things, trying to figure out how do I justify increasing your tax bill, then these sort of issues give them a method to be able to justify such a conclusion.
I digress. So back to my story and kicking a man when he's down. Coincidentally, when all my stuff was gone, guess what my best friend and wife of 10 years said to me? She said, "I just don't love you anymore." It was a gut-wrenching experience that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. It left me feeling utterly powerless, consumed by hopelessness. Maybe you can relate. It was the pivotal, life-changing moment leading up to my absolute life rock bottom, where I was 50, divorced, and completely and utterly broke. I felt like such a worthless loser. Could it get any worse? I asked myself. Remember the picture of the old dusty sofa I showed you at the beginning of my presentation? Well, that was my bed when I was homeless for 3 long months, sleeping in an old cabin on the edge of the Rocky Mountains. Unbeknownst to me at the time, it was a profoundly serendipitous moment that I'd look back at with gratitude my entire life. At that moment, I knew the system, it was rigged. I knew that we've all been set to fail by the powers that be. At that very moment, I made a decision that would profoundly alter the course of my life, my destiny. It was a vow, a promise to myself, and a promise to the big guy upstairs.
Like my own personal declaration of independence of sorts.
I will never get caught with my pants down again in the game of life. I will never, ever fall victim to anyone or anything ever again, come hell or high water. I will rebuild myself from scratch, and I'll go about it smarter this time. Funny thing is, you know how they say hindsight is 20/20, right? Looking back, it took this devastating, crippling blow to enlighten me to the deeper realization that
I had gotten life wrong in the first half.
because despite having it all, I had still felt empty and unfulfilled deep down. I now understood that wealth and fame is not life's true purpose at all. Rather, love and family is. I suddenly understood my real dream is to have my own family. And I was determined that I was going to go for it or die trying. I knew at the age of 50, I was behind the 8 ball and over the hill to start my family. Yet, fueled by an unwavering conviction burning in my heart of hearts, I knew that I must dare to dream because the excruciating thought of enduring regret was just unbearable. Failure was simply not an option. Although at 50, the window of opportunity to start my family had practically closed for me in North America,
Deep down, I wondered if it might still be possible in some faraway land on this big, beautiful planet of ours.
so I relentlessly scoured the globe in search of countries where the bedrock of their society's culture was still rooted in traditional family values. I figured I'd have my best shot there. Remember, despite my success today, against all odds, finding my soulmate and starting my family at 55, I'm really no different than you. Simply put, I got lucky and stumbled upon a lost world of beautiful, traditional, high-value women. And I figured shit out myself through countless trials and tribulations while living in what I call the land of milk and honey. I'll share the name and location of this lost land of milk and honey shortly, so keep watching. And it was there that I discovered the holy grail of dating. More 8s, 9s, and 10s than I had my entire life before then. While I made all the dating mistakes in the book on that culture, I figured out a blueprint for the average guy like you and me to attract beautiful, traditional women much younger than us that are seeking marriage and family. This is a blueprint that allows folks like us, real everyday guys, to catch the traditional woman of our dreams. And practically overnight.
Imagine experiencing the confidence you'd have after dating more beautiful women than you ever thought possible. Imagine the euphoria, renewed vitality, and the zest for life you now experience with your beloved. A phenomenal woman who wholeheartedly supports your ambitions and aspirations. Isn't that everything to us guys? You feel invincible, on top of the world. This isn't just the blueprint I've used to teach thousands of men like us to attract beautiful women and find their traditional wife. It's the blueprint I used myself to date over 50 stunningly beautiful women that would normally be totally out of reach for me. It allowed me to find my soulmate Anna and start my family at the ripe old age of 55. Today you'll be privy to the very same foolproof blueprint I'm divulging now, empowering you to swiftly find your ideal life partner. In just a moment, I'll reveal this indispensable key component of my exclusive blueprint to you. First, it's imperative that I shed light on the true predicament that we as single men confront in today's world. This is the hidden foe, the true villain responsible for your solitary life. For many men, it eventually leads to a desolate, hopeless existence that keeps them up nights and ultimately becomes the root cause of you abandoning your dreams and accepting your mundane life without the quintessential life
you yearn for. And this is precisely why your state of loneliness is not your fault. And these lies are keeping you from finding your traditional wife and obstructing your path to experiencing the joy, contentment, and gratification you rightfully deserve. The crux of the problem is that you have been deceived for years on end. In fact, due to my unrelenting determination to unmask their deception and enlighten you with the truth, I have been maliciously assaulted with cyber attacks to the extent that my business was hacked and forcibly shut down. Now, if you are among the millions of men who have been ensnared by this deception, then it's high time for you to decide now to embrace the truth instead and put a stop to perpetuating the conspiracy of this life-sucking industry. Because if you don't, you'll likely just continue down the same dead-end road, looking for love in all the wrong places, as the country song goes, perpetually grappling with loneliness, maybe even depression, year after year, when a much better, easier, and cheaper way awaits you that I assure nobody has told you about until today, that is. And eventually, no matter how strong and committed you are, most men eventually succumb to despair and abandon the hope of discovering their soulmate and creating the happy family they rightfully deserve. The subsequent lie that you've been socially acclimated to believe by the deteriorating societal norms of our modern country today is possibly even more insidious. Listen, this is not what I want for you, and I know it's not what you desire for yourself either. The appalling truth is, as men in Western society today, unless you're young, buff, wealthy, or possess high social standing, high-caliber women simply find you unappealing, even worthless. Sad, yet true. Am I right? Would you agree that the real underlying cause for your solitary existence and the accompanying feelings of isolation, loneliness, possibly even depression, is our societal notion that you're unworthy of love and companionship because you don't conform to modern-day Western women's feminist standards? However, you are not to blame. And it's imperative you understand that this is not a reflection of your inadequacy, shortcomings, or lack of manhood. It's human nature to blame ourselves. Yet, to find the real culprit, we must go deeper down this rabbit hole. The truth is, the real culprits are making a killing from your suffering. Basically, you've been brainwashed by these unscrupulous crooks your entire adult life, inundated with love letter emails from alluring women on these pay-per-letter sites, showering you with affection before ever meeting you. It's enough to confuse anyone. All the fake reviews, clickbait, scantily clad, photoshopped hotties, mostly from the former Soviet Union. It's enough to confuse anyone. It confused me for years too. Get this, the reputation management companies that make hundreds of millions annually were founded on repairing the bad reputation of these unscrupulous online dating scam sites, without which, well, their business simply couldn't exist. The truth is, trust me guys, you will never, ever find a wife by writing emails to these young hotties on these PPL sites. Why? The cold, hard truth is the vast majority of these pay-per-letter international online dating sites are actually owned by the Russian mob. Yep, pretty scary shit, right? And if you fall for their big lies and get caught up in their web of deception with endless emails to those young, hot girls with model-like beauty, you are sure to end up heartbroken and out of pocket thousands, even tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands. I've seen it all, guys. In fact, in 2016, the #1 online dating scam site, notorious scam by design site, okay guys, they disclosed to Forbes magazine that they made over $215 million scamming you. This is what I call scam by design. Is it not a travesty that despite the existence of these countless online dating scam sites, not a single site has ever been held accountable under the law? Where is the justice for the victims of these insidious scam by design sites? Romance scams are the most despicable crimes, preying on lonely, naive, vulnerable victims who can least afford it to boot. Currently, I'm assisting a U.S. attorney in their quest to seek 100 brave scam victims as plaintiffs for a $100 million class action lawsuit. And this is against the notorious second largest scam site, operating for decades right here at home in the good U.S. of A. With our collective power, we'll hold this fraudulent site accountable for their heinous actions, and justice will be served for those men who've suffered, even had their lives destroyed at their hands. You have no idea just how bad it is, guys. For example, from our 15,791 men that have reached out to us for our help over the years to find an Eastern European wife, $5,136 is the average amount scammed. And several guys were scammed over $100,000, and many were scammed between $20,000 and $50,000. And the most gut-wrenching tragedy I personally know of, I spoke to an American guy, his brother blew his after his fiance never showed him at the Odessa airport and then ghosted him. Just heart-wrenching story. Now that you know the real problem, that your success finding a traditional Eastern European wife has been held back for years due to the systemic corruption of the international online dating industry and the lies you've been told, let's now dive into the specific tips I have for you today so you can dodge this nasty bullet. I want to remind you that you are seeing these tips today as a direct result of my exhaustive investigative journalism, which I did boots on the ground, living in this Eastern European country, exposing the truth they don't want you to know. These are the very same life-changing insights that countless thousands have used to navigate the rather tricky Slavic relationship complexities to successfully create a life filled with love, abundance, and fulfillment with the traditional wife. In fact, my success today is a testament to the transformative power of these tips. And for that, I am forever grateful. And I want the same for you too. The power to achieve your dreams is all within your reach right now. And I am here to guide you every step of the way. Without these powerful tips, the path to your success, finding a younger traditional wife, and having a family will be hit and miss at best. So don't leave your future to chance. Embrace the transformative power of these tragedies and bypass all the obstacles and challenges that stand in your way. And in no time flat, you can transform your life and claim that fulfilling, timeless bliss of the traditional happy marriage and family that you truly deserve. Just remember, I'll be sharing my most important and absolutely transformational tip last. How to find your soulmate without wasting your time or money, even if you're over 50, like I was. So keep watching till the very end. First, you absolutely must know about the one strategy you must avoid if you ever want to be successful finding a high-value traditional wife. Actually, this is going to truly amaze you. Millions of men believe this is actually a good thing, but I assure you, it couldn't be farther from the truth. Yet, when you follow my time-tested blueprint that thousands of men have before you, it works remarkably, but only when you follow it precisely and in a very specific way. Warning, if you don't avoid this, you are in for a hell of a hurt. It's so devastating, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. The truth is absolutely deplorable. Each passing year, millions of men are ensnared by the seductive allure of girls' pictures on these PPL sites, and ultimately, they suffer a priceless loss, shattered hopes and dreams, and the worst, their prime years are gone forever. They can never get them back. As an important part of our cause, which I'll share with you in a bit, we offer a totally free platform to empower victims to come forward and share their harrowing scam stories with us firsthand. It's a pay-it-forward thing that's helped thousands of scam victims over the years. Our cause not only empowers survivors to speak up about their experiences, it also provides critical support to countless others who have also faced unimaginable pain and suffering at the same hands. Frankly, the worst part is, many are so deeply scarred
that they have lost all hope of ever experiencing true love. Avoid pay-per-letter dating sites like the bubonic plague. Chances are, if you're watching this, you can relate all too well. At some point or another, most men have stumbled upon these sites flooded with stunningly, crazy beautiful girls, mostly from the former Soviet Union countries. But as soon as you make the grave mistake of handing over your email and worse, your credit card, boom, your email inbox is bombarded with hundreds of messages from these stunning hotties who cannot resist your charm. And they profess their undying affection for you, despite never having met you before. And they hook you in so many sly, tricky ways, even using NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. In other words, brainwashing. For example, expressing their utter frustration at not being able to find a good husband back home in their country. When you sign up with these sites, you think you've died and gone to heaven, right? Yet the real truth is, it's more like you're peering straight into the fiery pits of hell. Do you know the ugly industry stats? Over 95% of foreign men never go to Eastern Europe to meet their girl. They've been writing to online for weeks, months, many times I've seen even years. As a result, these men inevitably come up empty-handed, and these scam sites get away with bloody murder. Meet Jerry, who we helped cut loose from a nasty scammer that had taken him for $160,000+ and robbed him of over 4 years of his life. Another ugly truth that nobody will tell you is that less than 1% of clients in this multi-billion-dollar international online dating industry ever are successful finding a wife. What I'm saying, guys, is you absolutely must stop wasting your precious time and steer clear of low-quality women who are angling for your attention, or I should say your pocketbook. Did you know that over 40% of girls on Tinder are bots? Yep, and that's according to a really high-level executive that spoke at the 2008 iDate conference I attended in Kyiv. Guys, and imagine that was before AI and deepfake has swept the globe. So imagine where this whole scam thing is headed.
I am not Morgan Freeman, and what you see is not real.
Are you ready for the best tip you'll ever hear on how to magnetically attract any beautiful Slavic woman? Focus stands for follow one course until successful. Focus your time, energy, and resources into becoming what high-quality traditional women want. Pretty simple, right? But profoundly powerful. And you'll have more high-quality women than you know what to do with in no time flat. The little-known truth is, a man who has his shit together with a clear vision and purpose exudes an irresistible sex appeal that even the most beautiful, high-caliber women simply cannot resist. Isn't that an awesome experience to imagine? Yet first, you need to dodge the PPL landmines in order to find that lost world of beautiful traditional women. Imagine if there really is a lost world that's known for having the most beautiful women in the world. And, as legend has it, they have not yet lost their traditional family values like we have in the West, because they've been instilled into them for generations. Their mother taught them, their babushka taught them the secrets of how to keep a man and how to keep him happy. Talk about music to our ears, right, guys? Yeah, I know it gets a bit confusing, especially since this is the very premise that these PPL sites use to bait us foreign men. Yet, I promise you, this premise is absolutely true. 1000%. Now, especially since Russia's war in Ukraine, there are way more stunningly beautiful women looking abroad for husbands than ever before. On top of that, historically, there has been a big gender gap going back even before World War II. And today, there are millions upon millions more women than men. Picture it. You awaken basking in the calm serenity that comes from having a ravishingly beautiful Eastern European spouse that adores you, and the profound sense of fulfillment you experience with her by your side day and night. Imagine the supreme confidence you'll have knowing that your traditional Eastern European wife has got your back. Isn't that huge, guys? Come hell or high water, through thick or thin, she's got your back. Have you ever experienced that before? Really? You see, where she comes from, blood is actually thicker than water, as the saying goes. And family takes care of family first, no matter what. Trust me, when you avoid these PPL scam sites, you just don't have to worry about the dangers of a gold digger latching onto you and milking you dry. You don't have to worry about finding a desperate woman that will use and abuse you for a passport, green card, then divorce you and take you for half. I warn you, this incredible dream life you can have will evade you if you do not avoid this PPL trap that cunningly ensnares thousands of foreign men every year. Could you imagine actually enjoying dating again? I mean, where your date isn't a man in a skirt. Actually, surveys reveal that up to 80% of men have grown apathetic towards dating, resigning themselves to abandon their dreams of creating a family. And for the first time in history, radical anti-feminist movements have even started to break down our society, causing social segmentation for the first time. For example, MGTOW and Passport Bros are both anti-feminist movements that have emerged in recent days, and they're picking up steam. Imagine if your life could be different for you. Imagine the rush of exhilaration as you pull up to pick up your date and your eyes gaze upon this exquisite feminine creature, all decked out in a sensual skirt, with full hair, nails, makeup, high heels, the complete goddess package. Do you think it would summon that masculine man within that frankly has likely been dormant far too long in most of us Western men that have been emasculated by the feminine movement? Would the gallantry and chivalry of a bygone era, reminiscent of Clark Gable's iconic portrayal in Gone with the Wind, would it reignite within you? Would the rekindling of your warrior spirit ignite that insatiable longing to rise to any occasion to win the heart of the damsel at any cost? Do you feel that long-lost rush, like you're suddenly alive again? Maybe you've not experienced it in a while, yet I promise you, by pursuing traditional feminine women, you will rekindle that excitement that the traditional courtship experience was meant to be. And you'll actually feel a revitalizing surge in your manhood in more ways than one, trust me. Remember that feeling of being alive like you had as a young lad? That rush as oxytocin races through your veins when you're with a beautiful woman. Did you know numerous studies have shown that being in love actually unleashes your inner fountain of youth, so to speak? You experience an inner wellspring of vitality, sharper recall, heightened concentration, a decreased need for sleep, and ultimately science shows you live longer. Unfortunately, the real problem is the common misconception and belief that dating is just a numbers game. Many people believe if they just date enough, over the years, even decades, they'll find their soulmate. Yet think about it. Why has that not happened for you? Because that's simply not true. Rather, it's merely a self-limiting belief that's kept you trapped in the singles box far too long. And it absolutely does not have to be your reality today. Such a belief will only cause you to waste your best years on women that frankly don't deserve you. Now, here's a rather simple workaround that's surprisingly seldom practiced. Are you ready? You simply must fish in the right pond. It blows my mind how us guys, we fish in a cesspool and expecting to catch a rainbow trout or a salmon. They just don't live there. Ask yourself, how have the bars, clubs, and hookup apps worked out for you so far? You see, the truth is, when you date high-caliber women, you exponentially increase your chances of finding your soulmate. So, enjoying dating starts here. Yet first, you must find a pond of high-quality traditional women to date from, right? Rather a tall order, would you agree? Particularly in a world where women simply opt out of their femininity in favor of feminism, and men are scolded for their chivalry, ridiculed for opening doors, giving flowers, and even covering the dinner bill. How absurd would our grandparents find it if they could see dating nowadays? Well, here's my best kept secret that remarkably few foreign men actually know. By simply deciding today that you can date beautiful traditional women, you have just unlocked a universe of endless possibilities for your dating future. I promise you, even today there exists a lost world renowned for having the most beautiful women in the world that are still living life like the bygone era of a generation ago, where traditional family values are practically sacred rather than career, money, materialism, and vanity that drives today's North American cultural norms. Picture it. As you embark on your quest, each passing day will begin with enthusiasm, in anticipation of knowing you will finally find your long-awaited soulmate, the one true love that has eluded your heart for years. Imagine with this new surge of masculinity coursing through your veins, you feel like a man again as you rediscover the joy of dating you once had, reigniting your renewed zest for life. You bid farewell to ever again having to deal with the frustrations of our modern dating scene, with feminists undermining your masculinity simply for being a real man. Prepare to leave your friends and colleagues stunned as they witness you effortlessly romancing younger women, frankly, out of your league, while they remain stuck in dead-end relationships with pant-wearing feminists. Now you can bask in the glory of dating an exclusive selection of top-tier younger traditional women. With an abundance of well-vetted options at your fingertips, making the right choice has never been easier. Your new abundance mindset? Well, it means that you will never, ever have to date from scarcity again, which means you'll never have to settle again. Behold, now I'll give you my most critical, life-altering recommendation, a tip that will effortlessly guide you straight into the arms of the beautiful traditional wife you've always dreamed of. Caution: neglecting this crucial tip is sure to render all my other recommendations futile, sabotaging all your efforts and robbing you of your dreams. Listen up. This tip is far from ordinary. In fact, it's the master strategy that has empowered countless foreign men just like you to win over traditional Eastern European women. With this strategy at your disposal, you can finally take charge and make your dreams of finding your true love your reality, while allowing you to date more hot women than you ever imagined possible and boosting your self-confidence to new heights. And you'll unleash the secret weapon wielded by savvy, worldly men to empower you to unlock the full potential to seize the success that awaits you. You'll join the ranks of the elite and become an unstoppable force to be reckoned with, not only with women to achieve your greatness. Your time is now to seize the moment and claim your future now. It's all within your grasp right now. So if you want to be a rock star with Slavic women, then use this tip no matter what. In just a minute, you'll see why this simple tip is profoundly powerful. Now, as simple as this tip might sound, don't discount its profound magic. Are you ready? Be a man of action. And when you have the blueprint in hand, containing the little-known secrets used by thousands before you, the who, what, where, and how of taking action becomes easy peasy, empowering you to take charge and go make your dreams come true once and for all. Just picture it, what your life will feel like when you master my blueprint of how to attract younger, stunning beauties, giving you more choice than you ever imagined possible. Here you are, going about your day in absolute confidence, knowing that you have a traditional values wife back home that appreciates you and supports you in all your endeavors. The ironclad blueprint I'm about to reveal to you has been forged through the fiery trials of the school of hard knocks for years and honed to perfection like a knight's sword. Now, with this powerful weapon at your disposal, you can rise above the masses and unlock the key to finding the most rare of wives in the world without wasting any more of your precious time or hard-earned money. Imagine with this knowledge now at your fingertips, you claim your destiny with ease. Now your career or business is soaring to new heights thanks to the love, encouragement, and support of your traditional wife. Remember the words of a wise man, who's not only one of the world's richest men, but most humble as well. The biggest decision of your life will be who you marry, because it will dictate 80% of your life's happiness, or, if you get it wrong, your misery. So choose carefully. Forever gone are the days you experience endless frustrations at the hands of an ungrateful wife that denies you the respect and admiration you deserve, that you've worked hard for. Instead, now you rise up to embrace the power within you to create a fulfilling and satisfying relationship that will stand the test of time. You are now empowered to break free from the chains that once bound you and take charge of your life and go get what you've rightfully earned. Your happiness. Mark my words, you'll see envy in the eyes of your friends, family, and colleagues as they see you radiating true happiness with your stunningly beautiful wife and family. Ask me how I know that all too well. With your extraordinary wife and happy family by your side, you'll be free to embrace life on your terms and leave your lasting legacy for generations to come. Let me share this, what I'm doing right now. It's my absolute God calling. But I can tell you, I couldn't do it without the support of my soulmate, Anna. And wait, it gets better. Picture it. Not only are you united with your soulmate in marriage, her deepest desire is actually to bear your child and build your joyous family together. You experience the overwhelming joy and fulfillment that comes with realizing your greatest dreams. With the power of love and family on your side, you'll at long last have the upper hand to conquer all obstacles and achieve what you once thought impossible. You'll feel as if you've died and gone to heaven, consumed by feelings of completeness, fulfillment, and unbridled happiness. All thanks to the life-changing power of the blueprint you're uncovering today. Your path to marrying your soulmate and achieving the personal joy and fulfillment you desire and truly deserve is not only possible for you, now it's as close to a sure thing as it ever gets. It's the exclusive success blueprint enjoyed by the elite. And now it's your turn. Okay, I know that was a lot of information, probably overwhelming for most. You may be a little bit emotional, overwhelmed, and confused at this point, and that's perfectly okay. I promise, just hang tight and this will all make perfect sense in a moment. Basically, it all comes down to this. You have two choices in front of you right now. At this pivotal moment, you stand at a crossroads with two distinct paths before you. Your destiny rests solely in which road you choose now. Will you settle for a pacified existence, resigning yourself to more of the same mundane experiences? Or will you grab a hold of this exceptional opportunity that's right in front of you now and forge your future into the masterpiece you deserve it to be? The choice is, of course, yours, and the power to shape your destiny lies solely within you. Choice number one, take the information I just gave you and try to go it alone. But understand, if you follow the fate of most who ventured down this road, accepting the limitations of your past, you'll likely settle for a life of mediocrity again, with unfulfilled dreams, and ultimately regret. About regret, did you know in psychological studies, it's what we fear most on our deathbed? Or there's choice number two, the savvy choice, in which case you are guaranteed to rise above the masses and claim the success that is rightfully yours. The power is in your hands right now, so choose wisely while you still can. Yet who knows, you may get lucky and defy the odds one day and pull it off on your own. Yet remember, this is the only foolproof blueprint out there. A surefire way to find your soulmate and unlock the ultimate fulfillment that you yearn for, all the while prudently conserving your invaluable time and resources. Let me do the work for you, and you know I already have. If you've got ample time and financial resources to spare, you can give it a go on your own first. who knows how long it might take you. And if you're like virtually every guy I've ever helped before, you are likely to make a ton of painful, costly mistakes flying solo. Yet, why start from scratch and try to reinvent the wheel when I've precisely mapped out your exact step-by-step blueprint to your success, so you can take the plunge now and enjoy your happy family life that awaits you now without life passing you by any longer. Remember, this blueprint has been perfected over 21 years of matchmaking experience with thousands of men like us, and it's responsible for transforming the lives of countless men of all ages, enabling them to finally realize their ultimate dream of a great marriage and fulfilling family life without suffering the financial and emotional agony of trying to go it alone and needlessly enduring endless years of loneliness. Don't suffer in silence when you can take charge of your life right now and embark on your path to happiness with confidence and ease. Here's what the vast majority decide to do. It's called custom lifetime matchmaking.
Hi, I am Joseph Lorne Rickards, the creator and founder.
Custom lifetime matchmaking is the world's first and only dating or private matchmaking service that provides an ironclad guarantee of finding your soulmate without the waste of your precious time or hard-earned money. Our custom step-by-step blueprint ensures you will be successful finding your traditional wife, even if you've spent hundreds or thousands dating online using dating apps, and they just turned out to be a total waste of your money and time. If you think you're too fat, ugly, bald, or over the hill to find a beautiful traditional wife to enjoy your life with. If you believe you've tried everything there is in the dating world to no avail. Even if you've lost all hope of ever finding a traditional wife and starting your family. If you are only attracted to beautiful women that are out of your league. If you are turned off by ball-busting feminists and only turned on by highly feminine, beautiful women. If you're tired of the hookup culture that dominates our Western dating scene and only want a traditional values wife, which, let's face it, is practically extinct in our day and age. Even if you lack the confidence to date younger, beautiful women. Even if you are only attracted to skinny model types or have very specific requirements that have been a major roadblock to your success. Now, let me tell you what the custom lifetime matchmaking is not, just so you're clear on what you're about to experience. This is not yet another dating site or swipe left, swipe right dating app where you'll meet more photoshopped low-end women to waste more of your time and money on. It's not another hookup site or app filled with high body count girls that nobody wants.
Rather, our custom lifetime matchmaking is the fruitful result of over 27 years of successfully uniting thousands of couples and creating happy families. And our unwavering commitment to excellence is evidenced by our
second to none 70% marriage success rate. Furthermore, our world record success rate is a testament to our innovative approach to matchmaking, pioneering groundbreaking techniques, including soul profiling, love code, love language matchmaking, zone of success, and max age gap calculator, as well as studying the common root causes behind matchmaking and relationship failures, ultimately creating one of the world's leading matchmaking blueprints, resulting in the highest marriage success rates in the matchmaking industry. And now, starting today, their success can be your success too. Keep in mind, the success patterns we've studied and successfully modeled have created hundreds of married clients and now give you the freedom to effortlessly take charge of your dating life and reaping the rewards of evading the insufferable loss that otherwise would have undoubtedly resulted in years or maybe decades of squandered time and money dating the wrong women. At the end of the day, allowing you to avoid years of crippling dating anxiety to quickly achieve success, finding the best woman for you. And let's not forget, faster than you ever dreamed possible. Now, before we go any further, I want to be 100% honest with you. Now, if you're blue pill, I mean, if you're looking for some mail-order bride to pop out of a cake, or you want to chase some harebrained scheme that you already know will never work for you, then please leave this page right now and go check out www.fantasylife.com. Let's be clear. This is not some pie-in-the-sky cure for your loneliness or depression. Rather, this is the holy grail of matchmaking blueprints that has helped countless men just like us. This is exclusively for men who are ready to stop looking for some panacea, miracle cure to their dating woes. It's for men who are searching for smarter choices in their search to build the family life they deserve. In short, there are no easy answers. Yet our custom lifetime matchmaking makes your path to finding your beautiful traditional wife as easy as it gets, without wasting your time or money. So if you really want the tried, tested, and true blueprint to finding a beautiful traditional wife in the shortest time possible, then here's what you can expect. Instantly date high-quality women professionally matched to you, who are by their very traditional nature loving, caring, and faithful to you. Find an old-fashioned values woman with marriage and family as her number one life priority. And if she's like most Slavic women, she'll be dreaming of having your baby. A trustworthy woman who you can always count on through thick and thin. A great companion so you'll put an end to those endless lonely nights. And last but not least, the dream lover. Guys, this was instilled in them by their mother, their babushka, to always take care of their man. I shit you not, guys. And ultimately, you can expect to find the beautiful traditional wife you've dreamed of without wasting a bunch more of your precious time and money.
Now check out this clip. It might shock you, but trust me, it's 100% true.
Meet Vita. She is just an average, salt-of-the-earth, married Ukrainian wife and mom that I happen to know very well, so I can vouch for her.
Believe me, our women, Ukrainian women, it's like 5 in 1. It's perfect mothers, perfect wives, perfect cookers, perfect lovers, perfect housekeepers, and perfect friends.
So does that sound like a total dream wife? Like the one you never even imagined possible for you, or what? Then the custom lifetime matchmaking isn't just a blueprint for you. It's the only blueprint for you. Just look at what other men just like you have to say after using the world's only marriage agency with a lifetime guarantee.
When you know, and for me, I knew at that point. So I popped the question in the lounge of a family home, and she said yes.
Never stop to dream about something. If you really want to do something and want to receive something in your life, everything is possible. Yeah.
Just gotta dream.
It doesn't matter from which country we are. It's just we find out each other. Yes. I suppose that we are out there. We are soulmates. Yeah. And then just to wish happy to everyone who will join, who will apply to your agency and something like this. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Yeah. Very happy.
I would have paid more, a cheap price on what you're thinking you're going to be spending for the rest of your life on the woman you're with. What you're going to waste going down different other avenues and just keep on spinning the wheels.
Let's take a look at what you'll receive with your custom lifetime matchmaking and experience for yourself why our marriage agency boasts unparalleled marriage success worldwide. And you don't need to take my word for it.
On our website, you'll see over 100 videos of happy clients. You'll also see the testimonial of our head matchmaker with over 27 years experience,
as she's grilled, literally, taking a court-approved polygraph lie detector test. Our custom lifetime matchmaking includes a private matchmaker with 27 years experience, helping countless men just like us. A custom lady search to find women matching your dream girl's profile as closely as possible. A personal success coach with unlimited coaching to help you navigate the tricky waters of international dating. Unlimited dating with as many of our beautiful Slavic ladies as it takes to find your ideal wife without settling. Can you imagine choosing from literally thousands and thousands of beautiful women? Trust me, it's much more challenging than you might think. That's why your private matchmaker comes in real handy here. As you might have noticed by now, custom lifetime matchmaking is totally unique. Custom lifetime matchmaking is a game changer, truly one of a kind, unmatched in a billion-dollar industry. There simply isn't anywhere else out there that can shortcut your path to success with certainty, saving you both money and time like we do. Simply put, our client marriage success rate is unprecedented in the matchmaking world, which is why we do something nobody else will touch. We confidently offer you our custom lifetime matchmaking with unlimited dating and full team support. And here's the kicker. As long as it takes until you get married. Again, it's absolutely unheard of in the industry, and I think you can understand why. It simply doesn't exist anywhere else. In fact, let's take a look at a survey comparing our clients and successful do-it-yourselfers head to head, because it says it all. The do-it-yourselfers on average spent $168,000 and took 6 long years to get engaged or married, going it alone. Then compare our clients at an average cost of merely 20 grand and only 1.5 years to marriage. What a mind-boggling difference, hey? Through us, it was a whopping 840% cheaper and 400% faster to walk down the aisle with your beautiful traditional wife. And that's pretty incredible considering our clients are experiencing their life's greatest desires come true 4.5 years faster and over $140,000 cheaper than the alternative of going it alone. Remember, this only compares the successful do-it-yourself guys and does not account for the fact that the vast majority fail at the end of the day. Now, one may believe that any blueprint that practically guarantees your success would cost a fortune. And frankly speaking, it really should. After all, thanks to our blueprint, countless men like us have found their beautiful traditional wife and started their family in record-breaking time. To give you a better feel for our true value, let's compare this alternative matchmaker who charge up to $1 million with nothing unlimited and no guarantees whatsoever.
Or this international matchmaker that charges over 100 grand for limited dating and no guarantees of any kind.
I'll get to your investment today and your rare discount offer in just a moment. First, I'd be remiss if I didn't share a few more unique benefits that your one-of-a-kind blueprint will deliver to you. You absolutely must avoid this at all cost, or you'll likely swallow the blue pill and get lost down the Fantasyland rabbit hole from which few men ever come out. Are you ready? I'm talking about nasty sites known as PPL or pay-per-letter sites, of which there are literally thousands. At the end of this presentation, I'm going to give you access to download the top 99 scam sites, and that's as voted on by scam victims themselves. For attending today's presentation, you'll also receive
an 11-part video series that uncovers the biggest lies and red flags on pay-per-letter sites, as confessed by the actual scammers themselves.
Don't miss out on this invaluable opportunity to gain insider knowledge to protect yourself from these deceitful tactics. So keep watching to the very end. These PPL sites literally hold thousands of men captive to their computer screens, brainwashing them to believe young, gorgeous Slavic girls their daughter's age want them. Yet the truth is they are actually talking to Igor instead. Hang tight, I promise to debunk these myths so serious marriage-minded men like you can finally achieve success finding a top-notch marriage-minded woman. And to help you understand Slavic women and sort out the myriad of downright confusing cultural differences. Believe me, this perk alone is priceless and absolutely pivotal to your success, and nobody else has anything even close. You'll also discover some really clever tactics to make you practically irresistible to even the most stunningly beautiful Eastern European women. And remember, with exclusive access to our carefully vetted pool of thousands of stunning Eastern European women, Finding your perfect match can practically happen to you overnight. And remember, our ladies are hand-picked, psychologically profiled, and personally interviewed by our expert matchmakers to bring you the very highest caliber, beautiful women. And if you're like most clients, you'll be absolutely astounded at one particular trait that most of these traditional women have. And it's one that you've likely never experienced before. And when you do, if you're like most, you'll be hooked.
Now you can see why our custom lifetime matchmaking is $50,000.
Yet don't worry, I promise you I'm going to make you a far better deal today for sticking with me to the end, and I will. Keep watching and I'll share why I'm slashing the price so drastically for you today. Of course, you could choose to just continue on the path you're on right now, and you'd end up paying 10, 20, maybe even 100 times this much money in the near future as a result of choosing the wrong woman to marry. And let's not overlook the perilous abyss of divorce and its soul-crushing aftermath. And of course, let's not forget the financial ruin that typically accompanies those choosing the wrong partner in the Western world today. Chances are you know exactly what I'm talking about all too well. Did you know extensive research shows the average cost of a divorce in America for men earning over $100,000
clocks in at a whopping $170,000.
Add that to the colossal sum of money you've already squandered on fruitless dating. That makes the average divorced man's lifetime total, quote-unquote, woman-related costs a whopping 7,500% higher than your investment today. And don't forget, your lifetime guarantee, what it really means is that your chances of finding the one are second to none, without pissing away any more of your hard-earned money and priceless time. Also, imagine the toll that spending countless years alone has had on you, feeling utterly alone and desolate. What price tag would you pay now to avoid such a soul-crushing existence? After all, there's no amount of money that can buy back your lost time, right? Wise, savvy people ask themselves this: how is what I've been doing so far working for me? Just think about it. All those foregone years that you cannot get back at any price. And all the money you've wasted on your search for a wife so far, only to be left empty-handed at the end of the day, right? Ask yourself deep down, what price tag do you put on your happiness? On creating the life you desire and deserve in the least time possible, without sacrificing any more of your money or time. Now, I feel you deserve to know why I'm about to offer you such a massive discount today. So let me share my dream with you. It's a cause that I'm inviting you to join, along with thousands of other men just like you who are ready to finally say enough is enough and take the bull by the horns to create life on your terms and replace dating, sorry to be politically incorrect here, but life-draining, emasculating feminazis with invigorating, life-producing, traditional, feminine, sexy women to create the life and family you desire and absolutely deserve. And above all else, share your newfound family joy and happiness with the world. You see, 5 years ago, I set an inspiring goal. I dedicated myself to helping at least 10,000 men like us accomplish their dream to find a traditional feminine wife, whilst also saving at least $5,000 and 5 years off their success timeline each. Since then, by all conservative estimates, we've helped far more. I'd say what we've pulled off is nothing short of mind-boggling, considering we've built the largest YouTube channel in the multi-billion-dollar international dating marketplace,
with over 2,000 videos published and 15 million views.
And according to Google reviews, we hold the prestigious status of #1 client rating in the world amongst all the other international marriage agencies. When I imagine how much joy we've created in the world around us, it warms my heart more than you could possibly imagine. How many newborn babies we've helped create. And imagine what our future holds. How many men that had given up will now be inspired to go for their dream of building their family due to our cause? The bottom line is this: I decided that I absolutely need to help as many men as possible join our cause, a cause I call the 1 Million International Couples Club. And the good news for you is that means a much lower investment for you today, because I want you to join our cause today. And I don't want finances to stop you from finding love and creating the family you deserve. That means that today you will not be investing the retail price that others pay for our custom lifetime matchmaking, including all the bonuses. Nope, not even close. So your investment today will not be 50,000 USD, as it should be. Your investment today is now only 4 payments of $49.97. After you invest in our custom lifetime matchmaking, if for any reason whatsoever, maybe you don't like the sound of my voice, you ask and I'll give you a 100% refund. Again, no questions asked, and we'll part as friends. In other words, your lifetime guarantee means you're a lifer. You're stuck with us until you get hitched. You have unlimited dating and unlimited full team support until you tie the knot with one of our sweethearts. Now, for you crypto guys, you'll be happy to know we do accept Bitcoin. You'll join hundreds of other international love stories like John and Olga, and they just had this adorable little boy they named Sergey, and many other international couples that have also had babies. In fact, let's cue up this client experience video and you can check out what past clients have to say about us.
Their purpose seems to be to match people and not just go with this fantasy world.
Joe made everything happen for me, and I couldn't be happier with where I'm at right now.
My very first date, we hit it off and have been like this ever since.
I had a wonderful experience from day one, and I can't be happier really with the decision to go ahead and give it a try.
It's money well spent. It's a guarantee that you will meet women. It's a guarantee that you'll find somebody, and you'll also be able to do so in a very reasonable period of time.
So let's see, in total I went on around, it was 10 first dates. They were all incredibly beautiful, so much more than their photos. Compared to back home, yeah, I'm definitely out of my league.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it, obviously. I feel like I hit out of my league, personally. I feel like Maria's 9 to 10. I think she's absolutely stunning. Like she's insanely gorgeous.
He found me my perfect lady, and it's worked out really, really well for me. I don't believe that I could have found a person like Olga. I don't think that ladies with her values exist anymore in England.
What I liked about the agency was that I wasn't smothered. They didn't try to mother me or direct me. They made introductions. It was just very natural.
Actually, it wound up that one of the ladies that Titania had suggested is the one that worked out right with me, because when I met her, I knew she was the right lady for me to be with.
Saw you on YouTube, and I just had the feeling you were genuine and it was real. We are making plans for the future, and I see a future with Natalia in it, yes.
First of all, to be honest with you, I didn't think it was real, so I had to come here first to meet you, know you're real or not. I came and met Joe, and I was impressed by him and Tatiana and Olga and the website and how organized and the connections with the ladies. So I had no hesitation whatsoever, and I'm glad to. It's worth it, and worth a lot more than that, yes.
But it was well worth it to find the right person that I can hopefully spend the rest of my life with, and I've got no real complaints, and I wouldn't hesitate to do it again.
So you're investing in your life, a life partner, as a matter of fact. So how can you say investing in yourself isn't worth your entire life being happy with someone?
Joe, Anna, and Jana, and Luba, they're invested. They want you to be happy. They want to find happiness. I know they're happy for me. I can feel their warmth when I talk to them. So I'm speaking from experience. They made me into a better me. But you're never going to know unless you get out of your comfort zone and stop talking about it and just do it.
The coaching and the quality of the girls, definitely top notch.
You guys are screening, so you're eliminating the wheat from the chaff.
I'm so thankful and grateful for you, because the stuff you do is so real, and it's beautiful.
If you're looking for a decent, honest company that will help you find the one, it's a perfect choice.
I think it's definitely worth it. You invest into your future family and you make sure you're happy with your whole life.
You're doing it for more than just the fees you received. You really want to help people.
The opportunity to meet a variety of different great women in just a little over a week's time, and to establish something meaningful with a girl who has incredible model-like beauty as well as a lot of depth of character. She speaks 4 different languages. She's very intelligent and family-oriented. It's quite a bargain at that rate, as far as I'm concerned.
For me, the hardest part was looking past the beauty and actually finding someone who I want to marry and be with the rest of my life.
So at the end of the day, I couldn't be more happy with this investing in myself and my future.
Stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlight people.
Now I would have invested 10 times more from the love of my life.
I found a love for me. Well, darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. But darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass. We're listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. Darling, you look perfect tonight. Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love.
As a super bonus, I will toss in our coveted one-of-a-kind upgrade called VIP Ladies, valued at $25,000 in of itself. Don't miss out. Remember, only the first 7 action takers will luck out and snag this once-in-a-lifetime bonus. That brings your total package value to a whopping $75,000. Yet, if you act right now, it's all yours for a mere $20,000.
Remember, it's not just a fantastic deal you're getting here today. It's literally a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that's on the table for you for a short time. You'll be joining in on the biggest international couples movement ever. You'll be a part of an ever-growing community of North American men reclaiming their masculinity and taking charge of their lives to create the traditional family life they desire and deserve.
Now here's what I want you to do next. Go to matchguarantee.com/consult and book your complimentary matchmaking consultation. This is your chance to speak directly with our matchmakers, get clarity on your real-world chances and what's truly possible for you to finally put your mind at ease. If marriage, family, and waking up beside not just the one but the right one matters to you deep down, then this is the smartest thing you can do right now. Your future wife, your family, your happiness can all begin with this one simple decision you make right now. You've got everything to gain and absolutely nothing to lose.
Plus, you'll be granted immediate access to our beautiful ladies' profiles, where you'll want to choose your top 10 girls. And then you're off to the races, and that's where the fun begins. Regardless, even if you end up getting a refund, you'll get to keep my $3,000 value gift, no strings attached. Just remember, life is short, and your struggle with finding a family-oriented, beautiful wife, it's gone on far too long. Wouldn't you agree? And the pain of remaining stuck will only deepen your agony, leading to more frustration and ultimately breeding hopelessness. And remember, time is slipping away like a thief in the night. And with each passing year, you know your window of opportunity closes more and more, diminishing your chances of ever finding companionship and increasing the likelihood of a lifetime of solitude, spending the remainder of your days alone. Just think about it. Isn't the very purpose of your lifelong toil, saving and preparing to enjoy your golden years, what's supposed to be life's sweet nectar? Remember who said, life is not measured by our days, rather by the number of sunrises and sunsets we see. Imagine when you finally get around to spending your twilight years indulging in a life of leisure, finally savoring those sunrises and sunsets. Can you imagine spending it in solitude, deprived of the joy of sharing it with your one and only love, your soulmate? Yet all of this can change the moment you start applying your quick start principles in our custom lifetime matchmaking. Picture the moment you finally have the answer you've been looking for, and you set out on your new journey to create the ideal family life you rightfully deserve, with a high-quality, beautiful wife that, rather than fighting you over, frankly, messed up Western family roles, this time she actually wants you to be the man. Music to your ears, am I right? You feel alive, full of hope and optimism. You are brimming with excitement, experiencing success at every turn, dating stunning, beautiful ladies that are frankly normally way out of your reach in America. These women will make you feel truly valued and appreciated, guys, an experience that every man deserves, yet regrettably few enjoy because of what have become today's perverted social norms. Picture the heads that will turn as you walk into the room with your sophisticated hottie gracing your arm. You feel today you're finally living the lifestyle you deserve and relishing every moment of it. You see and experience your family's happiness just as you dreamed it would be someday. And that someday is actually today and every day forward for you. Yes, today is your day. Your dreams have come true, and they're even better than you ever imagined possible. Now you can celebrate your win. You are finally free, at peace, living the dream as you enjoy your quintessential family life. At long last, you are experiencing the happiness, gratitude, and life-giving energy that comes with having the devoted spouse and cherished family that you are entitled to. Yes, it's true. Your failure to find a high-value, beautiful traditional wife up until today has largely been, well, no fault of your own. While it's true that we've been socially misled to believe that old-fashioned ladies, virtuous women like our mothers or even our grandmothers are all but extinct, mere relics of the past. It's also true that we've been lied to by these pay-per-letter websites, claiming that all these 20-something model-type hotties are genuinely into you. Think again.
More than 44 million Americans went on dating sites last year.
More than 6,400 Americans say they were scammed after visiting dating websites.
And these false promises, well, they've indoctrinated you into swallowing the blue pill, from the Matrix, and buying the illusion that these sexy girls, your daughter's age, totally want you. However, today marks the day that you take responsibility, to take the action necessary to put an end to the lies and begin anew on a proven plan that simply works. And unlike other phony dating and matchmaker solutions, This one is guaranteed to work. And remember, our custom lifetime matchmaking is the world's one and only matchmaking service that offers an exclusive lifetime guarantee. Unlimited private matchmaking, unlimited dates, unlimited coaching, and full team support until you tie the knot. Then, during your personal zone of success assessment, you'll be empowered with the knowledge to attract the youngest and most desirable Slavic women possible for you, providing you with invaluable insights to help you with your life-changing decision. And rest assured, you can trust us, the world's #1 client-rated international matchmaking agency, to guide you towards finding your soulmate and creating the life you rightfully deserve. Yet, you ready for some tough love? While other agencies might blow smoke up your butt, we firmly believe the truth, although it may sting a little sometimes, it's the only way to truly serve you. And our 70% success rate proves it. And you'll get a chance to see my partner, our head matchmaker, that actually took a lie detector test to prove it. Your 5-step zone of success assessment will guarantee that if you follow your custom plan specifically designed for you, success, it will be yours to enjoy, and in the shortest time possible. At this point, you're probably wondering, okay, Joe, but how does this whole matchmaking thing actually work? Well, it's simple. You choose your favorite ladies from our database of thousands of beautiful, carefully vetted, marriage-minded women. But that part, honestly, is not simple. Then our matchmakers roll up their sleeves and tap into their combined half-century of old-school matchmaking expertise to help you find not just the one, but the right one. Big difference. From there, the next step is what we call a Zoom first date. And since I'm sure you're sitting there right now thinking, a Zoom first date? What does that look like? Well, take a look at a few of our real client Zoom first dates and see for yourself. Imagine that could be you talking to a beautiful marriage-minded woman, and we can make it happen for you faster than you can say, "Where have you been all my life, darling?" And FYI, our track record is pretty darn amazing if I do say so myself. If you can believe it, 1 in 3 of these Zoom first date introductions actually leads to the starting of something beautiful, a new relationship. And yep, some even, you guessed it, walk down the aisle. William and Lily are a great example. William is a truck driver from Cape Canaveral, Florida. And Lily, well, she's an aerospace, basically a rocket engineer.
A Cookie Monster job for the time. That was very funny. I don't know, like me.
And it was literally love at first sight for these lovebirds. Now they're happily married and they just had their first little baby, Noah. Isn't he a cutie? Remember, at the end of the day, regardless of your decision, you will keep your $3,000 value gifts. And these $3,000 in gifts will allow you to practically get a PhD in what makes Eastern European women actually tick, which is absolutely pivotal, guys, to your success. Your $3,000 in gifts includes 3 months of free unlimited chatting with Slavic women on our Matchmaking First dating app. For serious singles, backed by MatchGuaranty.com's 27 years and 4.8 out of 5 stellar reputation. Rest assured, your $3,000 in gifts are designed so you get all your burning questions answered and get all the private help you need to make the right choice on this life-changing decision, because we don't want you to make it lightly. And remember, you're fully covered with our 100% money-back guarantee. As I said before, if you're a gambling man, just based on your $3,000 in gifts, you can try your luck. Yet, based on our experience, we know you'll be back. And unfortunately, by that time, you'll have lost a substantial investment of both your time and money to no avail. And remember, you have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. You'll immediately start dating high-quality, beautiful traditional women that are just as eager to meet you as you are to meet them, which is a refreshing change from our women, isn't it? You'll bid farewell to loneliness, and if the wretched grip of depression has tormented you in the past, well, it'll let go of you too. Instead, it's time to welcome a new beginning, experiencing your lifelong aspirations actually coming true without squandering any more of your precious time and money fishing in cesspools and expecting to catch I don't know, a mermaid? Just do not put this off even a second longer. Here's why. First, remember, I have drastically reduced your investment for our custom lifetime matchmaking by an absolute astounding 73% off. And I've got to say, you're unlikely to see that again anytime soon. And I've done it just to make it an absolute no-brainer for you to jump in right now here today. Yet I certainly can't keep up this steep discount forever because it simply wouldn't be fair to my offline clients. So act now, because I don't know how much longer I can hold this once-in-a-lifetime deal for you. Also, you don't want to get left behind and miss out on my super bonus, which I've never had before. Here's the bonus deal, just in case you're one of those distinguished type gentlemen that wants a rather rare, particular type of woman. You know if I'm talking to you. And your rather discerning eye prevents you from finding the one in our core database of ladies. And if that's you, well, you might just need access to our VIP ladies database, which, by the way, is absolutely massive, giving you the plethora of choice you might just need to find those unique requirements in your ladies. But if you miss out on the VIP ladies super bonus, it's gonna cost you $5,000 a la carte for each lady you date. And only you know if you're that discerning gentleman I'm talking about, that's punching way above his weight class. Wink, wink. Now, lifetime access to VIP ladies might also be important for you if you're only interested in young, slim model type beauties. Yet only the first 17 clients from this offer will get our $25,000 VIP ladies super bonus slapped on free. And I don't know if I'll ever do it again. And remember, chances are, if you refuse to take action now, you'll likely never take action later, leaving your dreams abandoned and unfulfilled forever. Guys, that's just the honest truth, straight up. You know it, I know it. So seize this opportunity right now. Denying your inner voice that's nagging you to act now is a surefire way to sabotage your dreams yet again. Guys, you know what I'm talking about. Ask yourself, what is your future happy family life really worth to you? Let me ask you, hasn't your fear or hesitation robbed you of your happiness long enough? Take charge of your destiny and start pursuing your dreams with unrelenting determination right now, before it's too late. Opportunity is knocking right now to make your dreams your reality. Don't underestimate the cost of your procrastination. Failing to take action now, well, it could prolong your loneliness indefinitely, leaving you trapped in a cycle of despair and isolation. And I don't want that for you. Break free from this vicious cycle now by taking bold action today. Embrace your power of change and build the fulfilling, connected life you've always dreamed of. You may do what some people do and put it off till another day. Problem with that is days turn into months, then years. And then that someday, well, it never comes. The problem is, statistically, that elusive someday never comes 95% of the time. That's right. Your inner voice talking to you right now, it knows that all too well. It's seen you pull off your procrastination BS all too often before. So don't let loneliness and unfulfilled dreams continue to torment you, leading to a spiral of weight gain, which often turns to deteriorating health, and often even losing precious friendships along the way. It's time to take decisive action right now and embrace a happier, healthier future by building the relationships that will enrich you the rest of your life. Start today and witness the positive transformation that awaits you. Ask yourself in your heart of hearts, what's all this really worth to you? So let's make sure you get what you really want and what you really deserve right now. So do the only smart thing you can do. Take advantage of this very limited time offer while it's still on the table for you, and wisely get on the right path to a real proven step-by-step blueprint to making your lifelong dreams come true without any further delays. With a clear and concise step-by-step action plan, you'll finally have the roadmap you need to turn your dreams into your reality. So don't leave your destiny to chance. Carpe diem, seize the day and take control of your future now. Embarking on your epic quest to turn your wildest dreams into your reality right now. Don't let this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity pass you by. Take action now and make your mark today. Hey, are you still there? Wow, you got some staying power. I'll bet a ton of questions are overwhelming you right now. Am I right? And I totally get it. After all, answers to your questions help us escape the crippling shackles of our fears and empower us to take decisive action in the pursuit of our dreams. So let's get all your questions answered right now, shall we? My wife and I created a series of short videos in which we addressed some of our most frequent client questions because we want to empower you to make this life-transforming decision with confidence and clarity today so you don't miss out. Because I'm serious, you're going to look back on this decision one way or another and it's going to be one of the biggest of your entire life. And of course, you guys know I'm speaking from my personal experience. It certainly was my biggest life decision.
I'm 60 years of age. Is it too late for me, or can I find a woman in Ukraine of childbearing years?
Yes, guys, it's possible, but it's a tall bar, you know. If you're 60, she should be approximately 35, and it's 25 years age gap, and it's not something normal in Ukraine, you know. And the lady would go for that if she really wants children, first of all. Maybe she doesn't have any children, or maybe she has one only, you know. And probably she expects you to be certain, you know, like have status, you're rich, you're, you know, good looking also, you know, and she just, you know, fall in love with you as a, you know, like wise, mature partner, you know. So that's what can happen. But it's not like, you know, you will have a lot of choices, and not many ladies go for that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I completely agree, babe. It's possible, but it's not probable. And, you know, it's an exchange. You got to just straight talk here, guys. It's an exchange because you're looking at a 25-year age gap. So, you know, she's bringing her beauty and youth to the table and possibility for you to have children. What are you bringing to the table? She's definitely going to want you to be a man of means, right? You can take care of her and the children really, really well. She's going to want a higher level of lifestyle, most likely, right? And a tip I want to give you, if you're going to try to pull this off, you need to develop the relationship without pressure. I just want to chime in here, guys, and give you my experience from my personal journey, is that if you really want a child, if that's your heart's desire, what tends to happen is that you pressure her. You pressure the timeline, you push. That only pushes her away and alienates her. You definitely don't want to do that. You want to take it slow. For sure, let her know that's your heart's desire, that's what you really want, but no pressure. And then after she falls in love with you, if that happens, that's your best chance of having your own child. Because please understand, she has a lot of fears around your age. Because if you just do the math, right? By the time the kid's like 10, you're going to be pushing 70 kind of thing. And who's going to provide for her and the child and the family? So, you know, it's a big fear factor for her to get over, and that your best bet is to take it slow. I'm a man of lower socioeconomic means. I'm a truck driver, a U.S. postal worker. I work at McDonald's. We had one of those recently. What are my chances of finding a beautiful Ukrainian wife?
Guys, you can be totally successful with us, you know, and we have such a clients before in past, and they successfully got married with us. And I can say that many of Ukrainian ladies, they're so down to earth, and the expectations, like one lady recently told, I just want him to make money and at least for himself, can provide for himself. And, you know, I want him to be caring and loving to my daughter, you know, from my ex-marriage, you know. So, and this, a lot of ladies like this, they just want good man, you know, more importantly, your personality, your character, having, you know, the same interests and life purposes, you know, vision, you know, for future. These things, it's more important than how much money you make.
Hey guys, I got a question for you. Are you buying it? Are you buying the sugar coat here? Sorry, honey, I'm gonna bust your bubble. I think he sugarcoated that one a little bit too much. Is it possible for you to be successful here? If you're a U.S. postal worker, for example, or a truck driver, yes, we have a successful U.S. postal worker and several truck drivers that got married with an income around $50,000. But it just the lower your income and your means, the harder it will be, because this is not a cheap journey. You got to know that. Even if you're going to come and do street pickup, it's still not a cheap journey. Okay. That's going to take you longer. Then you got to court her, multiple trips, and then you've got to immigrate her. The whole process is not cheap. So while we want to encourage everyone to come and try, well, not everyone. If you worked at McDonald's, for example, I wouldn't encourage you to come. I just had this question recently. Sorry, hon. I just had to bring it, I think, a little bit closer back to reality.
And Joseph, I just want to add, one more thing. I saw their photo of the lady, who post poker choose. She's not beauty model. If your requirements of top lady, top beauty, Miss Ukraine, in past, then yes, it's something in a fantasy world. But if you just want good woman with a middle beauty level, then and open to advice of matchmaker, it can completely happen to you.
I agree. I'm 50 years of age, but I want a younger woman. But I don't want to have children, or I can't have children.
We are certainly able to help you, but in your case specifically, you need to look for a relationship with a single mom. And be open for that, because Ukrainian women, they're so, it's main goal for them to become a wife and mother, in life. And if she doesn't have children, like she's 35, it's main life purpose, for her. And so this relationship will be, doesn't have future, if you don't want or cannot have children, unless you, and she open to adopt children if she also cannot have. But it's a very specific situation. So
yeah, I completely agree with you, babe. And just to clarify, you say a younger, you want a young woman. So our recommended age gap is not more than 10 to 15 years. If you, go beyond 15 years, you're going to just find that your rejection rate gets really high, because just the overwhelming majority of women not interested in a 15 plus year age gap.
Are the Ukrainian lady religious, and why it's not mentioned on their profiles?
Well, actually, it does state it on the profile. And guys, 96% of Ukrainians are Ukrainian Orthodox. And then about 4% are Protestant. And if you're asking about how many are Muslim, almost zero. 0.0 blank percent are Muslims, hardly any. Now, if you happen to be a born-again Christian, as we are, you have to understand there's very, very few actual born-again Christians in Ukraine, Protestant born-agains, okay? You're best to go to church, to Baptist church or a Protestant church if that's what you're looking for. And if you want to find a born-again in our database, it's very, very unlikely. As to how religious are Ukrainian people, I find it's more of a country of faith than in our world, in Canada, America. The more, God-fearing people live by the book than in our world. But you have to come and just meet one lady at a time and understand what is her faith. Right, babe?
Yeah, but it's not more about customs or visiting church. Maybe not everybody follows, all the rules, but it's something that, like people keep in their heart and their actions and their beliefs and their values, life values, like this. It reflects on their life actions.
I'm a black man. I'm a Muslim man, Indian man, or maybe a Chinese man. Can I be successful finding my beautiful Ukrainian wife as well?
Unfortunately, guys, there is big prejudice in Ukraine, and it's not easy journey for you, will be.
Yeah, and unfortunately, in that order, that is the order of highest degree of prejudice to lowest degree, starting with black men, unfortunately, Muslim men, then Indian men, and then Chinese men. So that is the highest degree of prejudice to the lowest degree in that order. So just to give you an idea, you absolutely can come here and be successful. You just have to be prepared for a longer, more difficult journey. For example, if you're an Indian man, let's say, for example, or Chinese man, you can be looking at a 90% rejection rate in our database. So if you invite 10 ladies out on a date, 9 say no, you get 1 yes. So hey, it's just like Brian Tracy said, if you haven't got a yes, just means you haven't got enough no's yet. So if you have that attitude, you absolutely can be successful here. Now, there's a huge caveat I need to add to this. I'm speaking of these ethnicities if you live in a Western developed country. Okay. However, if you live in a third world country such as India, Pakistan, China, these type of countries, Ukrainian women they don't want to downgrade their lifestyle. And they perceive that to be a big downgrade. So your chances are almost nil if you live in a third world country.
In past, we do a lot of efforts trying to help black guys and Muslim, but unfortunately we face the real picture that Ukrainian ladies don't want to meet them, even don't give a chance, So we give up, and we cannot accept you as a client at any price because we are not able to help you. The best way for you is just come to Ukraine and meet ladies on the street and find those who open for, for your look and appearance, to your charisma, or, things like that. It can happen to you.
I know, guys, this lands really hard on your heart. You're heavy-hearted after hearing this message, and I'm really sorry for it. I went to bat for all ethnic guys, and Tatiana, my partner, had already 16 years experience and had not been at that point successful with either a black man or a Muslim man. And she told me that, but I wouldn't take no for an answer. I said, I don't care. We're going to try, and we did. We have tried for years. And the facts are we just have not been able to help you guys. So it just wouldn't be fair for us to take your money, knowing well that your chances of success are infinitesimally small.
I'm not homeowner. I rent an apartment. Will you be able to help me?
Yeah, of course, you can be successful in Ukraine, but please understand, most foreign men don't understand the gravity of this situation. You see, the number one need of pretty much every Slavic woman is safety and security. Then, if she feels that from you, she will allow herself to fall in love with you. Okay, in the West, it's probably more opposite to that. Love first, then safety and security. So it's just because of tough times in the former USSR, right? And so in Ukraine and a lot of former USSR countries, there's no tenant rights at all. You can be kicked out in a moment's notice. It happened to me personally, just gone with a lease in place, rent paid up, okay? So they know that. So there's no security to her, to family, to children. So she really is missing that safety security factor, which is the number one need if you're renting. So just be aware of that. Best not to mention that at the beginning of the dating. Or if you do, better to slant it that, hey, I'm willing or I'm able to buy a home. I'm waiting, to get married because I want to choose it together, like this, and you'll really dodge a bullet.
Why do Ukrainian ladies want to marry a foreigner? Actually, they don't. According to a Ukrainian survey, less than 7% of Ukrainian ladies open to date a foreigner. And it just happened because they wasn't successful to meet good Ukrainian men. So they opened their horizon to meet their loved one somewhere abroad. And that's the reason why they join us. And normally those ladies, they more open-minded, they well-traveled, and they know some happy stories of international couples. That's why they have this hope, big hope, and they join us.
I've seen some of your ladies on other websites. Why is that?
We kind of boutique agency, you know, guys, and we don't have enough men for all our ladies. So those ladies who are very serious about getting married, they don't want to sit and wait until it will happen in their life. So they do actions to find their man. They be active so they can register at any place. You know, we cannot lock down them. They're not in prison. It's real life, you know. So
yeah, let me add in there that we do ask our ladies when they register, please have the courtesy of calling us before registering with another agency. And we scare them a little bit by saying, you understand, most of the agencies out there are bad. And so because of, their fear, they call us and ask us. So we know they've registered with this other site. And if they're maybe trying to register with a bad site, we head them off at the pass, right? And we save them.
what difficulties do married couple have?
You mean like when it's a beautiful Ukrainian woman like this?
Yeah, like this.
I presume. Let's see. How long do you have to answer this question? What difficulties do you have? I don't know. What difficulties, honey? Language. Yeah. None whatsoever. Absolutely. It's the perfect marriage. You can imagine. No difficulties whatsoever. Let's see.
Right answer.
Language, it's the first one, right? If she doesn't speak perfect English like my beautiful wife here, then you've got cultural differences, mindset, hey babe, mindset differences. And just Ukrainian women are very, very different than Western women. And we Western men are very, very different, hey babe, than Ukrainian men, would you say?
Yeah, it's a lot of work from both sides. And I think the other people forget to mention what happened to all our couples. They normally, ladies move to the country of the man. And then it's again adjusting to the new country, to the leaving all her friends, all her family, in her hometown. And, it's a new life that starts to her, and it's very stressful, can be. And without man's support, it can be very difficult for a woman,
Yeah, I mean, if you can look at it like this, guys, really, the challenges will be endless, never ending. But, if you love each other, that's the key. Because love conquers all challenges, then you want to help her, whatever it is. And she wants to help you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the magic of any marital union is love. So make sure you're in love if you're going to swim into the matrimonial river.
Yeah, great answer, Jordan. I saw you ladies on a scammer's website. Are they scammers?
Thank you very much. If you find one of our ladies registered on a notorious scam site, we thank you for letting us know. Because it does happen, absolutely. Just so you know, every quarter we go through the whole database. We scour their social media. We do reverse image searches. We look for them everywhere. And for just that, to see if they're maybe on notorious other sites, can be a myriad of reasons they end up there. They could be scammed themselves. A lot of identity fraud happens in Ukraine. I've been involved in that and tried to get her removed from the scam sites. It's impossible. So when that happens, what we do is we investigate that situation. And if she's a scammer, we get rid of her, of course. And if there's a logical, explanation for that, we try to help her out and getting her profile removed from the bad agency. So thank you. If you find that, email us and let us know, and we will deal with it. Toot sweet.
Well, that's a wrap on our FAQ video answers, and I really hope, that sunk in. I really hope it resonated with you. It answered all your most burning questions.